Hey everyone, how's it going? Total Level here with another My Top 5, this time talking about my favorite modern JRPGs as of this moment. JRPGs for current consoles have been killing it lately, with 2023 being an amazing year and this year of 2024 looking to be even better. It was not easy picking just 5, but I managed, at least for now. These can and for sure will change over time, especially my number 3 pick I know will be replaced by a game coming later this year. Just a little tease, but you probably will get an idea or know which one I'm talking about. For what I'm calling modern JRPGs, just, ones that have been released on PS4, PS5, Xbox One and Series consoles, and the Switch. I mean, picking just 5 games I had to limit quite a bit, so yeah. As always, these are games I've beaten at least once and 1 game per series. So, with all that out of the way, let's take a look at my top 5 best modern JRPGs. At number 5, I have VIII Lacrimosa Donna, so yeah, I just adore this game so much. It's the game that really got me hooked on Ys games and everything like that, as another fun adventure of Adol and his buddy Dogi, out in sea where they get attacked by this kind of squid kraken type monster, right? And so now they're on this Isle of Saren and they kind of have to learn to live and survive on this island while kind of discovering kind of secrets behind it, along with Adol kind of having dreams about this girl named Donna, right? And just it's so fun, and a big reason, like the setting itself is just so appealing because, for Adol, he's an adventurer, and this game just feels like a big adventure, right? As everything with this island tropical type setting is so inviting. The music is incredible, like, is just one of my favorite soundtracks ever, and yeah, I can't get enough of this game. I probably played and beat it. At least, I know I can say I probably beat it at least 3 or 4 times over, if not more, because I just adore playing this game. The characters are a lot of fun, Sahad is really fun. There's a lot of humor in it. Hummel is also very underrated, just with his kind of dry demeanor of, dry delivery of everything he talks about and being this transporter, right? It's just, yeah, a lot of fun, and I absolutely love VIII Lacrimosa Donna. At number 4, I have Dragon Quest XI S Echoes of Elusive Age Definitive Edition, so yeah, what a fantastic game, as you're the reincarnation of the Luminary and you're kind of figuring out your own destiny while also being hunted down for, being labeled as the Darkspawn, right? So really cool, as you're meeting a bunch of people along the way, getting, your party members, and it just shows how a traditional old school JRPG, turn-based and everything can still work so well today. Everything is so likable about this game, and the journey, the travel, the characters, like Sylvando is easily like the greatest character to ever be made in gaming history, right? And yeah, it was so much fun to play this, and even just as I'm trying to record kind of footage for this of, starting at the beginning of the game and everything, I'm like, oh, I want to play through this all over again, right? It's just so fun, so fantastic, and yeah, we'll have to see what they do with Dragon Quest XII and, see if they keep the turn-based combat or anything, but At least right now, like Dragon Quest XI, there's a reason why people say this is the best Dragon Quest game, and you know, while I still think I do like 8 just slightly more, 11 is still one of the best modern JRPGs you can play to this day. At number 3, I have Final Fantasy VII Remake, so yes, this is the game I talked about, which I know will be replaced coming at the end of February when we get our hands on Rebirth, but man, did I love Remake so much, and you know, it surprises me too, because like I adored the original Final Fantasy VII so much also, but they did a really great job of the remake. Every kind of environment and character model was made basically how I would envision that a modern Final Fantasy VII would look like, right? It was just incredible. Now, why it's kind of in the middle of this is because a few things do hold it back. One, because this is part 1, you know, like, of this whole remake, it's kind of, you know, just like the name Final Fantasy, like, having it called a remake where it's just the Midgard part is kind of oxymoron too. Kind of almost say, like, the whole thing's been remade, right? But this is just part 1, so that's one part, and then 2 would be few side quests, you know, because the game, you know, adding new characters, adding more kind of people and kind of side quests for you to do did fall a bit flat for me. Like, there were some really cool ones, like getting, you know, to know Jesse a lot more and everything, but few were just kind of like, okay, go to this area, defeat this monster, right? And some of the new NPCs were kind of forgettable, I'll just say for myself, but regardless of all that, like, so much of this game was still incredibly fun, and I cannot wait for Rebirth just like the rest of you. I think it's going to be amazing, and yeah, I replayed Remake just because I wanted to refresh my memory, and it was just as fun replaying it as it was when I first played this. You know, I think in 2020 it came out originally, so yeah, just fantastic game. Then at number 2, I have Persona 5 Royal, so yeah, this is another fantastic game. Now, you know me, Persona 4 Golden is my favorite game of all time, but Persona 5 Royal is just as fantastic, and you know, frankly, Persona 5 does a lot of things much better than Persona 4 did, but yeah, I just have you know, Persona 4 helped me so much through life, but yeah, for 5, just really cool game, and at first I didn't, you know, get into it because the game does have a very slow start. Like, it takes a long time before you really get going with it. Once you get to a certain point, though, and everyone knows what point I'm talking about, then yeah, you're like, okay, we're changing cards, we're going to do this, right? So yeah, and also the beginning, like, everyone's such a jerk to you, which I didn't like at first, but yeah, if you stick with it, man, the game's fantastic. And Royal, you know, like, all these kind of Atlas games and all that, they usually do these kind of definitive editions later on, right? And a lot of the times, like, the added content, you know, super cool, super, you know, just fun and everything, but they feel kind of thrown in like it's not supernatural. But with Royal, man, the additions of Yoshisawa and Dr. Maruki, which, rest in peace, Billy, like, still super sad about his passing, right? But those two characters added on just felt like they belonged in Persona from the beginning, right? And yeah, just really, there's so much to unpack with this game, and you know, despite being like well over 100 hours long, like, you know, once you get going, it just flies right by, I found. And yeah, just one of the most fantastic games I have played. Again, I do like Golden more, but Persona 5, like, it's still fantastic to play. And at number 1, I have Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Man, did I love this game, and after how much I loved the second game, I was going into the third game, super hyped, but not, I was kind of tempering my expectations of like, hopefully this will still be really good, but I'm not sure how much I'll like it more than the second game, but wow, did it just take, it just took off. I mean, this whole kind of endless struggle battle between two factions of the Kevis and the Agnes, right? Where they're all just fighting this endless war, and everyone only has this 10-year lifespan. But after 3 people from the Kevis side and 3 people from the Agnes side kind of meet each other and fight, all of a sudden their destinies are kind of intertwined together, right? And so they become this thing called Ouroboros, and now they have to kind of travel together, put their differences aside, and kind of figure out sort of the secrets behind what started this war and what their purpose and their destiny is. Just a fantastic game, and for me, like, I played a lot of kind of emotional JRPGs, but, I never really got super emotional in a lot of them. Like, there's times where it's like, some character, like, gets killed in one, or, some bad guy I just, like, really hate or something like that, right? Like, you have those types of emotions, but for this game, man, it gives you every type of emotion out there, because there's humor in this, there's a lot of sadness because of the war, and yes, graphically, of course it could look better, but I think the graphics really work for this game because of this endless war, this endless struggle where, a lot of the colors are kind of muted, or, a lot of the grass looks like it's dying, which fits for the type of scenery of this game, right? As, and I loved all the characters of Noah, Mio, it's like Senna and Lance and Tyon, and just is a fantastic game, and one that I know, despite taking over 100 hours to play and finish, like, I know I'm going to come back to this game and just replay it multiple times just for those amazing cutscenes, because the cutscenes in this were amazing. The music is incredible in this. Like, every time I do a chain attack, I don't want it to stop. I love it, and yeah, I can't praise this game enough. I'm currently playing through the first game because I want to get through that to check out the future DLC for this third game, right? Because I was playing it a little bit, but because they reference so much of the first and second games, it's like, okay, I guess now I have to play and beat the first game, right? Which I'm having a lot of fun with that one too, so yeah. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 though, just incredible. And so, those are my top 5 best modern JRPGs. What do you think? Do you agree, disagree with any of my picks? What would you pick for your top 5 kind of modern JRPGs currently, right? As I would love to hear all your thoughts, as yeah, I love talking about this. I'll probably do one talking about kind of my favorite sort of retro style games, though I'll have to see, because yeah, I'm going to have to limit on what parts of retro, right, of do I do just the 8 and 16-bit to start with, and then do like 32 and 64-bit. We'll see, right? But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed, and yeah, I'll see you next time for more my top 5 videos on my channel, along with other videos I do. So thanks everyone for taking the time to watch this, really appreciate it, and hope you all have a wonderful day. Alright, take care, bye. Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and comment, and subscribe if you want to see more, or if you just want to see any of my skits and then nothing else and leave the video, that's fine too. Thanks everyone, take care.